And thank you for joining us here on Fox 9 News at 6. I'm Kelsey Carlson.
And I'm Randy Meyer. Our top story tonight, a state lawmaker is on the hot seat tonight after comments he made were interpreted as advocating for a government revolt.
But he says those were taken out of context. Our Rob Wilson spoke with the state representative Walter Hudson, who has not been a stranger to some controversies. He's joining us from the Capitol to sort out this issue here tonight. Rob?
Yeah, he's certainly well known around the Capitol in the legislature. And Walter Hudson told me today that this clip circulating online, he said in no way is him advocating any kind of government overthrow, that it is wildly misleading. What he was telling people, activists here, is that they will learn legal things that they can do between elections to stay involved, to stay challenging the government, to challenge laws that they disagree with. He said he was not talking about in any way challenging the election results.
Let's talk a little bit about what happens after the election.
State Representative Walter Hudson was speaking to a group of conservative activists in Princeton on Friday when he turned to this topic.
To try to assert your rights and challenge public officials when they're acting unconstitutionally.
And he was talking about who they're going to hear from at the meeting next month.
So it was a preview of an upcoming event where they're going to be learning a legal process to engage peacefully, lawfully, and orderly.
The Republican from Albertville now telling Fox 9 what he said next has been blown entirely out of context.
They claimed that I was advocating for the overthrow of the government.
This is part of what's making the rounds on social media, framed as referring to a post-election revolt, which he says it is absolutely not.
One of the things you'll likely hear in November is reference to, in the Declaration of Independence, it says that when a system of government becomes tyrannical, the people have not just the right, but the duty to change their form of government.
Hudson is known as a conservative firebrand in the Minnesota legislature, vocal and staunch opposition to the DFL agenda. The Minnesota DFL chair responded to this social media clip by saying, "I'm calling on the Minnesota GOP chair to disavow these remarks," saying that Hudson had called for overthrowing the government. But he says he said nothing remotely like that.
I'll say right now, just to clarify it, even though it should go without saying, that it is my hope and indeed my exhortation that no matter what the election results are November 5th, that we continue to treat each other as neighbors and that there be peace and order in our streets and that there be no political violence whatsoever.
But certainly he is used to stirring the pot. He will admit so himself. A couple of years ago during the pandemic, comparing COVID vaccine mandates to slavery. But again, in this case, he said this is an example of something being taken out of a 45-minute speech, clipped down to 40 seconds or so, and entirely misleading. Live at the Capitol, Rob Wilson, Fox 9.
All right, Rob, thank you.